This is a 2 by 2 determinant, and when we say 2 by 2 determinant, this is the number of the rows, so we're basically counting downwards, so it's 2 of them, and this other 2 is for the columns, so we're basically counting 2 of them like this. So this is a 2 by 2 determinant, and now we evaluate that. We're going to multiply A with D, and then we're going to subtract B times C. So that's how you can work that determinant out. Suppose maybe we have 2, 1, 3, and 5. How we can evaluate that determinant, we can just say it's 2 by 5 minus 3 by 1, which this will simplify to 10 minus 3, which will equate to 7. So that's how you can basically work out the 2 by 2 determinant. Working 2 by 2 determinant is basically simple because it's straight to the point. You just multiply the diagonals. So you're just going to say 4 times 7, and then you subtract 3 times 2. So, and then you subtract 3 by 2. So you're basically going to have 28 minus 6, which simplifies to 22. So that's a 2 by 2 determinant. Now what about a 3 by 3 determinant? Suppose you have a 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and 2, 2. Let's just put another 2 like this. Suppose maybe we want to evaluate a 3 by 3 determinant. So you can use the diagonal rule, or you can use the cofactor expansion. Let me just recopy the thing. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2. So I'm going to solve this in 2 different ways. In this way, I'm just going to use the diagonal rule, and in this one, I'm just going to use the cofactor expansion. Keep these methods in mind. Now, with the diagonal rule, you're going to copy the first 2 rows here. You're going to copy the first 2 columns here. You copy the first 2 columns, you're going to have 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Now, what you're going to do is you multiply this. So you're going to have this to be 4 by 2 by 2. Then you're going to multiply this. So you're going to have plus 1 by 2 by 6. Then you're going to multiply this. So you're going to have plus 2 by 5 by 3. Now on that, you're going to have to subtract. You open a bracket. You subtract, then you open brackets. Now, we started from top left. Now we're going to start from bottom left, going that side. We're going to start from bottom left, going that side. So it's going to be 6 by 2 by 2. So 6 by 2 by 2 plus, now we're going to have 3 by 2 by 4. So we're going to have 3 by 2 by 4. And then after we're going to have 2 by 5 by 1. This is 1 here. So we're going to have 2 by 5 by 1. So I'm going to have plus 2 by 5 by 1. So this will be using the diagonal rule to evaluate that determinant. So this will be 4 by 2 by 2. This is going to be 16 plus 1 by 2 by 6. That's going to be 12. And 2 times 5 is 10 times 3. That's going to be 30. Minus into 6 by 2 by 2. It's going to be 24. And then 3 by 2 by 4. 3 by 2 by 4. 3 times 2, that's 6. 6 times 4, that's going to be 24. And then 2 times 5 times 1, that's going to be equals to 10. So we're going to have 16 plus 12, which is 28 plus 30, that's going to be 58. And then 24 plus 24, that's 48, plus 10, that's going to be 58. Then that's going to be 58 minus 58, that's 0. So that means the determinant of this is 0. So this is how you solve using the diagonal rule. You can do this even if you have 4 of them or 5 of them. Now, with the cofactor expansion, it's basically simple. I prefer using the cofactor expansion. So what you're going to do is you're going to copy this. But now pay attention, the first one is going to be positive, so you say 4. Now this 4 you're going to multiply by the determinant of this. So you just copy 2, 3, and 2 and 2. Notice that I copy this 4 and then I take this 2. So you're basically like taking you're basically evaluating the determinants of the values that are not in line with this 4, because this 4 is in line with this and it's in line with this. So you're basically taking the determinant of the other pairs that's not in line with those. So now you're gonna subtract. Now you take 1 here, you take 1 and you multiply. Notice that 1 is negative, so we're gonna go from positive, negative, positive, negative. So that's how you're gonna use the cofactor expansion. So now you have minus 1. Remember, this is 1. You put negative and you have that 1 here. Now 1 is gonna be in line with these two numbers and this ones. So you're gonna basically take these values and this ones because they are not in lines with 1 here. So you're basically gonna take 5, 6, and 2 and 2 like this. Now you're gonna have plus. Now we have 2 here, 2 by. Now 2 is in line with this and it's in line with this one, so you're basically gonna take this one, so which is gonna be 5, 6, 2 and 3. So that's how you can evaluate that, because basically we know we can evaluate a 2 by 2 determinant. It's basically like this. So this simplifies to 2 by 2 determinants, which we can then evaluate. Now this is gonna be 4, 2 by 2. We're basically using this rule, a 2 by 2 determinant. Now, so we now have 4, 2 by 2, that's 4. Subtract 2 by 3, that's gonna be 6. Minus 1 into 5 by 2, that's 10. Minus 2 by 6, that's 12. Plus 2 into 5 by 3, that's 15. 5 by 3, that's 15. Then you subtract 2 by 6, that's gonna be 12. So now you're gonna have 4 minus 6, which is minus 2. Then minus 2 times 4, that's gonna be minus 8. Now you have 10 minus 12, that's gonna be minus 2, times that by negative 1, that's gonna be positive 2. Now then you have plus 15 minus 12, that's gonna be 3, and 3 times 2, that's gonna be 6. Now you're gonna have minus 8. 2 plus 6, that's gonna be 8. So you're gonna have this to be 0. So the two methods, they actually work. So this is the cofactor expansion, and this is using the diagonal rule. Now you can use the method you prefer the best, using the diagonal rule or using the cofactor expansion. Now let me just give you like something to work on and see if you can be able to work out that determinant. Let's say maybe we have 0, 1, 3, 1, 0, 2, and 1, 0, 1. Suppose maybe you want to evaluate this determinant. You can just simply pause the video and see if you can be able to work this out. Okay, I'm going to use the cofactor expansion on this. So it's just going to be 0 multiplied by the determinant of 0, 0, 2, 1, minus 1 multiplied by the determinant of 1, 1, 2, 1, plus 3 multiplied by the determinant of 1, 1, 0, 0. Now 0 times anything, that's just simply going to be 0, minus 1 into 1 multiplied by 1, that's 1, minus 2 by 1, that's 2, plus 3 into 1 times 0, that's 0, 0, 0 times 1, that's going to be 0. So you're basically going to have this to be 0. 1 minus 2, that's minus 1, times that by negative 1, that's going to be positive 1. And 0 minus 0, that's 0. And 3 times 0, that's going to be 0. So that leaves us with the answer being positive 1. So that's the value of this determinant. So you can basically do this for all the determinants. You can use the cofactor expansion or you can use the diagonal rule. It just depends by choice, or maybe the instruction will tell you what to do.